What does that mean? It's a cold night here in the great state of Minnesota, 23rd day of the first month. The year is 2026, getting close to the end. It'll be 1 year ago. Next Saturday, when I cried myself to sleep when Blowtorch Blog Talk Radio shut the doors. It's fear-mongering radio. We spread fear and cheer throughout the world. Back in studio with the music and reverb. We did a live stream yesterday. My girl's been fighting with me all day long. My girlfriend, the bullseye, her lipstick lesbian, whatever she wants to be. Back in the saddle. She was with the brown shirts last night. Trust me, in their troll account, blocking people. I'm going to listen to 90 minutes of whine about tater tot and other stuff, behaviors. People complain it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. I didn't leave. I left the office just to have a Whopper double. Put some stuff in the truck for Monday. Other than that, I effed off all day long and listened to a few podcasts. Tomorrow you will have a premiere of a guy I hated from 2019. Forgot that are on Spreaker. So I played them all back. It's pretty epic. The coach, don't call me coach. Whine about me. It's epic behavior. But my name is Cal. I go have many names. We spread fear and cheer throughout. We are commercial music. We pump out. Yes, I do play a song I write. But I don't just all of a sudden just leave and play a song, and it means something to the podcast. But that's right. So I did some AI songs a long time ago. I don't know how people are doing the other stuff, and I finally get it. But anyways, hope it's all well. The South area is becoming to be, whatever. People piss and moan about it, and I get it, Then go move to St. Martin or something. The weather can change in a dime. But the men and women of the armed forces, just like the railroad, they never stop. My dad always told me, he goes, we never stop the railroad. The military never stops protecting your freedoms. They guard that wall like a few good men, right? We had one. Germany was supposed to disarm, but no, they did. And the rise of the brown shirts, like here in town, the rise of the Red Party, the brown shirts. September 1st, 1938, he invaded Poland like we've invaded Venezuela. He wants Greenland. Couldn't know if it's Iceland or Greenland. Which one is it, Hunch? Donald J. Unbelievable. We got dragged in Pearl Harbor. In between that, we had to storm those beaches. Oh yeah, and snap the necks of the crowds and free those Jews. We nuked them not once but twice to make sure they finally got on their knees, capitulation on the mighty Mo, and said they were sorry. All's good, right? All forgiven. Then we had the Forgotten War, 58,000 plus in Vietnam, longest war. The draft dodger, the convicted felon, Judy K. rape up in the Hill. And Bill Clinton, man, Yahoo, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Mr. Lewinsky, Yahoo. They both were draft dodgers. War could have been done, went in the first place. Afghani, Desert Storm. They were in harm's way up in Venezuela, Ukraine. Balls the size of old oak trees, men wearing blue, God bless working class, 9 of them victims, don't forget about it. Up in the sky, out at sea, in the desert, wherever they're at, Air Force, Army, the Marines, the Navy, and the Maritime Coast Guard, the everything that's supposed to this country, that little thing, all. We appreciate all you guys do. Appreciate it. People out there working hard every single day. We have people in this country who don't want to work for a living. They refuse to work for a living. Work. Like the fake blind guy, right? Above the garage, in the basement. Appreciate your service, guys. You're in cold Minnesota. Did a call off the pond hop. I see carpetbaggers and who was doing the St. Paul Winter Carnival. He's in town to see his father, so good for him. He's in town. We're happy for him. Last time I saw him, I saw him at the State Fair. He got his GoPro stolen off his car because whatever. I don't know why it would be out and he could see it in the first place, but whatever. Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? I would not shower in the shower at Penn State. Beef Stew said he would shower in the shower at Penn State for some reason. He said he would shower in the shower at Penn State. You don't make good choices. You don't want poor people or criminals. Burn churches to the ground. We're a crime scene. Sven Johnson, he shall not be named, who passed away, said he would shower in the shower at Penn State. Beef Stew, it's not a big deal. It's too bad. Maybe he should go over to Vietnam. And you can see all the sex trafficking over there. I saw Dinger, and we'll talk about blocking. Yeah, he likes to swear at my podcast, because I'm going to show guess why, Dinger? Because he has no credibility, he's uneducated, and this isn't his podcast, so he would do it on his own. So when you have no ownership of anything like that, he'll just swear because he doesn't know how to speak. I guarantee it. He'd have rules I'd have to abide by if I worked for his on his hot dog stand or a restaurant. He would have rules if I didn't abide by those rules. But always put a rule of thumb is that's a condom. Please use one. If you're bulldyking, lipstick lesbians, smashing gas, gentle dom, put that condom on over that penis. You don't like two men having consensual, grunting, groaning sex. I get it. Hershey Avenue. Can't watch Smashing Gash. Stink the Pink. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing because it's gay sex. Can't do it. Don't do it. Red AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea in the penis. Ouch. Unwanted pregnancies. Adoption is the option. There are plenty of babies of color in this country that are out of diapers or in diapers or wherever. Or kids are 4 years old. Love have a, you don't need to go to China or Russia. Plenty of children need a home. Maybe the father, but it can be the dad. Because when the father runs off, then what happens? You're screaming and pissing and moaning. Sluts are selective whores in the back seat. Sluts on the couch make love in the bed. Get drunk. Saturday night hun. The way she goes, man. You're desperate. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You're Archie's Bar in downtown Hopkins years and years and years ago. You took what you get what you took. Put the flag over, do for all the glory. One bag over hers, one over yours, one to puke at the end. Be done with it. Your orgasm is first, and that's it. About you, not her. Close your eyes, grunt and groan, pretend you love her. Get away scot-free until the knock on the door. You're the father of the child. And don't drink and drive. Anytime, don't just call somewhere. Call Dinger, call Casey Grits, call Santa Claus. Just call someone you're going to murder someone. Pick up the phone. Too much to drink. It's all you have to do is pick up the phone. Okay? Okay? I'm going to the boat show tomorrow. Get that out of the way. Go walk around, look at boats. Way out of people looking at the party barges. They're always over there. The fishing boats don't give two pumps, but half the people looking at it, you don't need a $50,000 party barge or a $100,000 party barge. You're insane. They're fun, but you don't need these big expensive ones that you're almost afraid of fishing. There's plenty of good boats out there. But anyways, so yeah, we get that boat on the way. It's cold in the Witch's Tail. We'll rise tomorrow at 2 o'clock. If she wants to go have some chicken wings over the Chinese restaurant tonight. She has a hankering. Went to last time. Says, "Oh, wow, I love my chicken chow mein, and the chicken wings are really good. It's delicious." So I said, "Sure." Go to Costco. See Liz Amazing, her new video play up today. See that? Get outraged. Like, you'd be outraged to see the punch, like Ray Rice, the bloody white suit, right? You'd be outraged to see that punch. Remember that when he hit that chick? Till they saw the video, then they are outraged, right? They get pregnant. Oh no! Now you should have a condom on, or all of a sudden you're choking ham sandwich. You have AIDS, and you're like, Magic Johnson, line in or line out? You have AIDS or not? It's like Pete Rose. Did you or not bet on your team? Line in or line out? So we had Casey Grits on here. We have a cooking show in his honor. He's been on many times. And Dingling, I made a comment on his video blocking. He goes, "It's about harassment." Someone wants to ask the same question. What's the big deal? So he's admitting he blocked him. He's admitting Dinger, grown. He's supposed to be military. He's supposed to be a Navy man and have respect, because he blocked KC Grits because he can't handle it. I mean, it's all. I mean, Dinger. Oh, there you are. I mean, he's worse than Carl. He's a loner living in Florida. The video with the dimwit when they're at that Denny's is probably the video of the last couple years. They both had the look on their face that they just filled their panties. But he blocked people. He blocks. He made a comment on mine about you're blocking people. That's what you're doing. Okay. Real quick here now. I mean, happy holidays on the Me OnlyFans. That one's got the most sources that come in. Apple Podcasts is 30. Apple Podcasts, also Chrome and Safari, Firefox. I get paid at Spotify, iHeart, Clip. I have a whole bunch on here. Geolocation: United States, Australia, United Kingdom, Germany, Denmark, Canucks, India, Taiwan, Czech, and Israel. Let my people go! El Salvador and Turkey. Canada is British Columbia, Vancouver, and Toronto. United States is Florida, Massachusetts, a whole bunch more. Delaware, Destroyers. Who's Delaware? This is his other. Florida, Sarasota's twice. Orlando, Claremont, Cape Coral, Minnesota, Minneapolis, crossword with Scotty, Bosco Valley, where the hell that is. In California, Garden, Lakewood, San Diego, Cowpote approved, and Hayward. Arizona is Tucson, and Colorado is Littleton, and Texas is San Antonio. Massachusetts is Springfield 9 times. New York is New York. Anyways, I appreciate also Tennessee is Knoxville and Nashville. Knoxville is not once, but twice. I know it's the Cowpote one. Just a bunch lately, but I didn't get just a shitload on there. So as of late, like under 200 the last on the last 30 days. So the YouTube live stream 12/23/25 Adam the Woo dies. He's got 50 and 17 is Carpetbagger Pimps Adam the Woo. That one's like 17, and the White Hats and Geolocation, just a bunch in the United States, a whole bunch of states. I mean, maybe about 15, 20. It's pretty good. So it's pretty hilarious. Appreciate on the Cowpote Pod. Minnesota, it is Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Pequot Lakes. Okay. Washington is other. So anyways, I always appreciate you coming to the show. And there's so much you can listen to and you can take in as a grown-ass man and woman. There's 7 million things to listen to. But yeah, I told Dinger to call the show. I see that LINESCREW1, the Adam the Woo Details neighborhood tour, he's still pimping. It's like, he walked around. I listened to it. I was listening to something else. He literally walked around the neighborhood, showed the Woo's house, and who never really listened to the guy, but it's like, okay. It's just unbelievable, man. It's like, it is what it is, man. Still pimping. But Dinger, he's blocked Case. He claimed he didn't block him, but now he's coming back. Okay, Dinger, line then or line now? You said you didn't block, but now you're saying harass. How's that harassment? How is that harassment? People go, I mean, what's your name was fighting back and forth with my girlfriend. Should I call that harassment? I mean, Blind Views has blocked me because I've gave him too much crap. He can't handle it because he's a Nancy boy. Because he is a one-way street. My live stream I did yesterday, people called in the show. They called the show, and had a conversation. I just sitting and looking at the chat room. He's always a one-way street. But that's Dinger. He's supposed to be a Navy man, supposed to have respect. Live in a line now. That's what he does. He's a Nancy boy. Oh, there you are. I guess he's a Navy man, I guess, allegedly. I don't know. Just doesn't act like one. My father-in-law was a Navy man. World War II vet. But when you're a loner, and hey, my hobby is making podcasting, making videos, working for a living the weekends, making cash money. I'm going to go to the boat show tomorrow. I'm going to do something. I can talk about people. Yeah, I dick ride. I confess. I get it. But when you're a Nancy boy and you block because you can't handle people saying stuff, unless you're going to say something really inappropriate, but he's just trying to be able to give you he's a grifter just like Sarasota Tim, just like Blind Views and Carpetbagger, that have the ability to give him money, buy me a coffee, like New York Daniel. You don't see my thing down there, my PayPal. I use my PayPal to sell stuff, and I get PayPal from Spreaker, between 120, whatever it may be, depending on the monthly how it goes. And you're not going to see me asking for a damn thing. There's no, give me money down below and I won't have commercials tomorrow. That's e-bagging, what Blind Views does. Everything dictates the chat room. You know, it's like Tampa J, buy me a pizza. I love to beat him in person. I'll buy a pizza, go let's have some pizza. It's the Wonder Huss has done that. She had, what's her name? Wandering Gypsy told her, you're a bartender. It's like they had her put her stuff in there to get free money. And the meet and greets from these YouTubers is all about money. I've met 4 people recognize me. I shook their hand and I said, good, thanks for watching. There was a shake. No money come my way. Not ever. And that's the problem on here. Everyone's just e-begging on here nonstop. They piss them off about Sarasota Tim, but they do the same damn thing. Buy me this, buy me that. They're all e-beggars. What they do on here. And I guess Carlson wanted to give some money for doing his painting. Save your money, man. I don't get these people. Scooter, the same thing. Giving money to Mighty Python and the Flowing Circus. Give money to her young ass. To watch the monkey dance, right? I don't get it, man. I mean, I don't want to insult monkeys, but my point is let's give money and have people dance. But Dinger was, I guess he blocked him. Dinger was defending himself, and he was. What was he saying in here? What do you say here now? Hang on a second. Let's go over here. No land deal back in court. No court. Who's that Joshua Farmer guy? That was one who was fighting with somebody, wasn't that idiot? Mr. Christian man. Let me see here now. Dinger. Let me see what he say here. When someone asks you a question, you give an answer that's a repeat. They question over and over, and you repeat the answer, then came back again on every video. Well, that's what they want to do. So he was whining about that. He's a grown ass man. He's grown. But he was whining on. He came over to my live stream, which actually broke 100. I'm shocked. But they usually, that was from yesterday. Like I said, the people come in with a fact and listen. That's what they do. That's what you want. They come over and they watch. And they watch. And they watch. My girlfriend has been fighting with KC Grits. Wasn't trolling. I'm sure the lovely woman caught is triggered because you deleted his video. No, I'm not triggered. She's just too gutless. She's too afraid. So, Beef Stew made a comment on my double whopper. Have you all going back and forth with Squirrel? Don't call the show. Call the show. She'd have the O's have oak trees, but because Dinger made a comment down below here. Where'd it go? Did he delete that? Did he delete that comment, or did he not? There it is. You're not blocked. Never been. I've been checked. Stewie and Casey. Yep. like Stu, disrespectful of your show, swearing all the time. You repeatedly have to watch the word and check the video channel. He doesn't swear constantly because he knows that it would affect his channel, but not yours as well. I totally agree on that. I told him it's good to see him come and listen. I appreciate it, Dinger. Appreciate it. But I think Dinger's got very thin skin. I do. I think he's got thin skin. He's a one-trick pony. It's Sarasota Tim. I can talk. I can go to a car show. I can go to an RV show. I can go on vacation. Both channels. I mean, I don't have tomorrow's the next thing out. I'll probably I'll do a boat video for you guys later on. I'll do one for boat channel, but I'll do a boat show. But like I said, I used to do a video every single day for almost 3 years. Just not like Carpetbagger or like Daily Woo. I just would do I'd go to a boat show and you put it every day. I was ahead of the time. I was going to all a bunch of new places to see if I could do it, and I did. But I'm like, okay, that's enough. I had fun doing it. A lot of work because I'd get ahead, so I'd only do a couple in the wintertime or something, walk in the snow or something. So it was fun doing it. But I just think Dinger is a little triggered and a little pissed off, so he's all mad and upset and frightened with his behavior. He's all mad, that picking on his young ass, and he can't handle it. I know she would call the show, girl. I don't know if the bull dyke would do it. I don't know. New York Daniel could call the show. But she is part of the brown shirts. She probably was in there last night trolling right along. Because here's what squirrel bait is. She's butt wipe looking up to poop. That's what she is. She reminds me of Paul Dembski. He thought the world of news guy. She thought the world of news fool. That was her favorite person. His favorite person was, and he also was in love with Debbie Daly, and that turned bad on both of them. Something happened there, and he was just pissed. And Paul Dembski stopped breathing 3 years ago. Felix the Cat came into a live stream and put his obituary in there. I told him he's a pill popper. He mixed wine with his pills, and he stopped breathing. Do I care? No. Made a poor choice. I told him that one time. I used to trigger him all the time. I'd call the gay 90s in downtown Minneapolis and say I was bringing this guy from Vermont, and he would rage. He would rage in the chat room, just rage. Then he would do like a 30-minute rage audio on me. So he used to get all mad, and he was a low Deborah Daly, and it kind of reminds me of Dinger, says one thing, does the other, But he was a major homophobe, but guaranteed he watched lesbian porn. Like I said, that's not a very Christian thing to be doing when you do that kind of behavior. Okay, it's a great drop on KQ. There was some guy in LA or something asking us what the priests that burned the Catholic Church to the ground, right? Burn them all to the ground. Okay, the rat lines, whatever else. And they asked about something. That's not a very Christian thing to be doing. My mom would say the same thing, but I use that phrase all the time. I love people when they do something stupid. It's not a very Christian thing to be doing. But Dinger's all upset and all frightened. And I saw a title. I didn't watch it. I just saw Miss Vicky wants a sponsor for a cruise. I don't know if she's half joking or not, but. Thick and rich wants to go on a cruise. I couldn't imagine her on a cruise. She's more of a beach girl. I think she's more of a Saint Martin and at a nice place in the Bahamas or something. $300 a night hotel. She goes down the beach. She can eat whatever she wants, drink whatever she wants, all in the house. Just hanging out. I give her $2,000 to spend. It's not enough for the whole week, that kind of behavior. I can see Miss Vicky just spending money like nobody's business. You're gambling with her in Las Vegas. I give her $1,000. 2 hours later, she wants more. Get more. Get. That's right. But Dinger. I don't know, man. Whining, pissing, moaning. It is what it is, man. That's the way she goes, bitch boy. Whining, pissing, moaning, crying about things, and blocking K secrets because you can't. You're supposed to be a Navy man. You're supposed to be a grown-ass man. If you are, I don't know if they call it gunnery, whoever your guy you reported to, I think you need to go talk to him of your behaviors. If you're a Navy man, say you're acting, and it's time to maybe start a garden or something, start getting a garden out or something, maybe needle pointing or something, and need to back away from Sarasota Tim and just take 2 weeks off and then quit. I mean, just stop watching Sarasota Tim. I don't understand if it's Carl or somebody else just watches this guy. I've seen 3 videos of this moron. The last one was a knife one because that buddy, the Tennessee idiot, was claiming he was threatening with a weapon. Like, really? I had to watch it. Like, that just blew me away, man. It's just. But when you don't have anything else and you're stuck in your house and you meet the dimwit at the Denny's and you both look like you were held hostage, it was pretty hilarious. But that's the dingling, Call the show. He won't call the show. Let's see if Scooter's around. See if Scoot. See if Scooter's around. I don't mind having him on, but he likes to swear. Stu does. He just likes to swear. Gets old after a while. Calling Scooter, see if he answers the phone. Scooter.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, Scooter, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much.
Sitting here in Southern California working on my tan. How's everybody else?
I'm just doing fine. I figured I'd call you first. I had Stewie on yesterday. All he did was effing hammer this and hammer that. So he was.
I didn't hear it. I was busy yesterday.
No, he was on my live stream. I did a live stream on YouTube yesterday, so it was like a 90-minute live stream on the Explorer channel, the one you're always on. So it's a 90-minute live stream. So he came on and he was cussing, and Dinger came on there, and so because Dinger was whining about how he was swearing, then Dinger said he doesn't block Casey Grits, but then he comes out in line now. Then he says that when you say the same thing over and over, it's harassment. No, it's not. He's asking you, buy him a coffee because he's asking for money. And I know you're very well documented. You like to give people money on YouTube. That's your business, I guess.
Yeah.
But
do it. What? 90 minutes? Why so short?
Well, that was a live stream on YouTube. For me on yesterday, it was just me on YouTube. It's just a 90-minute live stream.
Well, come on. Monty Python can do 4 hours without even thinking about it.
If I did that, she would come in here and you'd see a grown man get his ass whipped right here. I mean, you would see me look to my right, and there would be like a punching and kicking and everything else. If I'm in here for only time I've done long ones, if she may not be here for some reason, and no one's around, I can do a 2.5, but that's just too long. I can't. That's insane. I mean, who's going to do a 4.5 hour stream? I'm not. I'm not. I mean,
it's crazy. It's unreal.
But I could drive down. I could meet Santa Claus, Carl, halfway for pizza. We could drive down 94 and meet someplace. By the time that's done. It's nuts. It's crazy.
Are we on the air right now?
Yeah.
Are we recording something?
Yep,
What's going on? Are we live?
Yep. Welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody.
I'm sorry. I thought I told you. I apologize, but
that's all right.
You're on the show. I probably maybe I didn't announce I should, but anyways, yeah, just talk about Dinger whining about he doesn't block people, but he gets all. But then he comes out and says it's harassment. So KC was asking him, "Hey, buy him a pizza, buy him his coffee," because he was getting mad at that. It's like, well, you're going to piss him on about. Again, I piss him on about you guys give people money, but then all of a sudden I start giving $100 to the Wonder Huss every month. It's like I can't have both ways. You know what I'm saying? You can't have both. You can't sit there and bitch that you got, but then I give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same. Yeah. It's the same behavior. I get one time during a live stream, I jokingly gave her $2 for gas for fun about 2 years ago, just for fun to see how it worked, and she quickly gave me a thank you within an hour. So it's just $2, just for fun. But that's the only person I gave money to. But that's why
$2 a month will get you into Monty Python's members section.
Oh yeah, oh boy.
I think Carl joined.
No, he's nuts. That's Mighty Python's his Wonder Hussy. You know what I'm saying? That's his. I support Wonder Hussy. I want to see her do well. You can only handle so much of the Huss because her high-pitched voice. She put a thing on her Facebook. Somebody wants to vote her to be the top outdoor YouTuber, so she's going to get all her fans to go on the website and vote for her. So she's going to get. So she's going to go on there, and people will. When she does things like that, people go there. Like when she has a GoFundMe account, people just go after it. So they put a new roof.
Wow.
When she did a one for the lady just what the hell's that place called? Baghdad Cafe needed a new roof. They got to GoFundMe. They put the new roof on because of her fans. And then another place in her town, they needed money for a brand new fire truck. Well, guess what? All her fans paid for it. She gave up. I'm going
to need a new set of tires on the motorhome before long. Maybe I should start one of those.
Then talk to Wonder Hussy, and she'll do it for you. Because I've seen her doing a couple of those. Now when they needed a new water system at some town, boom! I went to it. It was like within a day they had $5,000. People were giving money. Oh yeah, she's got good power for good. She'll do that what she wants, and that's fine. She'll have a GoFundMe for something she believes in. Like somebody, her friend, her mom was having problems, so they gave him money to take care of her, which was I think it's a little much, but they gave him $10,000 to take care of his mom, whatever. I'm like, oh my God. So they will, when there's a GoFundMe, man, and she believes in it, and she puts it in a video, boom, people go. I mean, people.
Wow.
Go. And they put in Baghdad Cafe. You go look at that. It was leaking, and they had a GoFundMe, and I went to the thing. It was growing. I mean, people were giving money. I didn't give money, but it's like she uses her reach for good things when she sees something she likes. Like the one time one guy had a dog came in and was pregnant. They had like 9 dogs, I think it was, or a bunch of cats, whatever. She put it out. Guess what? Within a month, all the dogs and cats got adopted. So
wow.
So
that's Wonder Hussy.
Yeah, she'll on her Facebook she'll put it out or something. She'll put it on her Facebook, and I follow her on Facebook.
She's still on Quartzsite?
I think she left. I think she was there for a week. She wants to be a nomad. She wants to be one. She was there for a week because they had the big meet and greet, which, like Casey Grit said, and he said something, when you find something people like, you're going to do it, right? You're going to do it over and over again, like Sarah or Tim, right? And she realized meet and greets are money. Just like when we go for a walk when the weather's nice, I bring treats for all the dogs. And they know what time we come down around, and they're usually barking to get out of the house because they know I'm coming, because what am I going to give them? Treats, right? They know it. So the dogs, one just died, matter of fact, the other day. It was unfortunate, but he passed away from cancer. But they always knew when Bunker was here, they moved. She would come running out looking for me because she knew I had treats. My point is, she knows, and God love her, she knows when she doesn't meet me, it's meat and money. So if let's say you're a big YouTuber, and I meet you, you're going to do meet and greets because you know you're going to get what? It's money. So she knows that, and she live streams for what reason? But she does talk, but she gets money. Where Carpetbagger stares at the damn thing. He stares at the screen. That's what he does. He stares at it, waiting for money to come through. That's all he does. He won't say a word until he sees something. I've seen him sit there for 5 minutes one day before somebody gave him some money. Where Wonder Hussy's like pretty funny because she'll talk about what she's doing, where she's going, what people give her ideas, and she'll say thank you. And she has like 2,000 people in at one time. And money's coming through left and right. I mean, boom, boom, boom. So she knows, and God bless her. I know that's why she's doing more. She went to Quartzsite because she knew she was going to get money. And people went to her meet and greet to meet all the YouTubers. So she was the big draw there. So
I think they had a couple of days at the end of January in Quartzsite where all the YouTubers that were out there were going to get together.
Yeah. And she went there for that. And then what's her name? Streamed her. Wandering Gypsy streamed hers for 2.5 hours. I saw part of it. It was just kind of her standing selling her cookbooks, which no one cares about. So she was there for meet and greet and meet and money. That's what that's all about.
Where were they at in Quartzsite for the meet and greet? Were they at somebody's campsite, or did they have a building in town? Or?
I think it was at a bar. They were at a bar. I can't what it was called. I think where she called it is a bar she was at.
Okay.
Because that's where they were at, and Wandering Gypsy was at her spot, but she was at a bar. So she was at a place you had to go to. So people were going to the meet and greets, all these, because the guy put a thing on Facebook and he said there were so many people there. Well, yeah, there are a lot of YouTubers are at Quartzsite. So they knew Wonder Husband was going to be there. So a lot of them went there to kind of dick ride her meet and greet. Introduce.
Yeah, exactly.
They were there to meet her. But
if I'd have been there, I would have done it.
Oh, absolutely, I would too. I'd walk on the camera. My name is Cowpote. I'd be wearing my Cowpote adventure hat, which I wear all the time. I'd be damn right, dick ride. I mean, look at LINESCREW1. I talked about yesterday my live stream over on the YouTube Live. Guess where he's at? He's down in Celebration, dick riding, where Daily Woo is from. He's dick riding. He's walking around the town showing his house.
Celebration, is that in Florida?
Yes, a good friend of mine's mom, I think she's still alive, bought a house there years ago. She loved the place because Disney built it. It's a gorgeous place. It's really nice. And, he was talking about how much it costs. I'm like, you didn't really listen to this idiot. I talked about him because I'd always say, go listen to him. You know what I'm saying? And Carpetbagger, you didn't talk about him. You just dick riding, which is, I get it. But he's down there now walking around the Celebration like he was butt buddies with the Daily Woo, because he's dick riding with Blind Views, the leader of the Brown Shirts. So and he's trying to and claiming that the nomadic fanatic fans are going to deport him. Shut up. People have made some comments to me. It's like, shut up. I don't really care what you think. Don't act like he's playing the victim. And it's like, I get no one cares about your political behaviors. I don't care. You're from Canada. I don't care what you think of the hunch. Okay, the convicted felon. You're from Canada. I don't care what your opinion is on my country. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't care. I mean, I really don't. I mean, I get he's effing with Canada, but I really don't care. I don't want to hear about it. I don't hate. I've told him, because he likes to. He was always harassing and always going after Carolyn RV, constantly going after her, constantly watching her and bitching about her. It was constant with her. So he's now bored, and now he's on the Daily Woo's death. He's crawling over his dead body. Yes, I've crawled over his dead body like once, but I'm not going to sit there and fly down there and walk around his house with my camera. Here's his house, man. Here's his park we walked around. It's like, I've seen about...
Wow, he did that?
Oh, yeah, he walked past his house, showed his house, walked around the park and everything else. It's like, really? You didn't even know. You never spoke to him. You just dick riding, and I get it. You're in Florida. You're in Orlando. I knew that he was going to go. I'm like, it's just like, come on, man. There's people doing this on this, because it was today was a 1 year anniversary. Yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of Woo dying. So people, I can't believe it's been 1 month. Come on, man. Let the man rest in peace. People going to his gravesite, throwing flowers on there and coffees on there. Let the man rest. Okay.
I didn't realize it had been that long. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a month. He died in either the 21st, 22nd. They found him in the morning. Whatever. It's like, just people. I'm in Florida. I'm healing. What's his name? What's his name? Was one of his buddies was in Florida healing. It's like, come on, man. Let's move on. I get the guy was, he's a YouTuber and your friend, but would you act like this towards family? I highly doubt it. And I get it. I've said on my podcast, and I've told this to Dave25 many, many times. Papa Grizz died. I said, when someone dies on YouTube, to be a heartless bastard, it's one less person to have to deal with. Okay? And people don't lose. They don't leave YouTube until they die. And I'm the same way. You probably the same way. You'll leave YouTube when they find your body in the back seat in the back of your camper with your mouth open. Okay? Yeah. And that's it. Carl, same thing. He'll be walking across the street and some old lady in a 57 Chevy will run his ass over, and then guess what? He's off YouTube. He's no longer around anymore. Carpetbagger will choke on a ham sandwich live on a show, and he'll be able. That's the way she goes. I mean, but.
Yeah, that's true.
I like YouTube. I love making videos and pissing off people and whining with the Sarasota him haters. And what is your uncle doing these days, Sarasota? What's he doing these days?
I don't know. I'm a couple of days behind. I glanced at the computer earlier and I saw that he posted 4 or 5 videos, and I haven't watched him yet. No, I was sitting out here in the sun getting ready to grill a steak.
Where are you in Southern? Whereabouts are you?
I'm near a little town called Victorville.
Okay.
Out in the Mojave.
My favorite. Go ahead.
Sunny and 70 today. Beautiful day.
My favorite place to go to is San Diego. I love San Diego.
I'm not far from there. I'm about that same level south.
Mission Pacific Beach is my favorite place to go. I love going there.
Yes, I'm back just east of San Diego, about 100 miles.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy. If I lived anywhere in that cesspool of a state, I would live in San Diego. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of California, but
I'm not either.
I do enjoy visiting out here.
Correct.
And just kind of hanging out I'll be here about a week and a half, and then up to Vegas.
Just like New York City, it's a great place to go to. It's fun to go there, but it's only way I'd live there if I worked in the city, and I didn't have to have a car. Because it's eclectic, but there's some fun. It's fun to go there in the summertime. Little Italy, and then you go down to all this Chinatown, all this place you go to. It's unbelievable. The food is unbelievable in New York, but it's when the weekends everyone goes back, everyone leaves, so the town is pretty quiet. The weekends in New York City, it's quiet. Everyone goes, so. But,
back in the day, I had a lot of layovers in Manhattan, and we always had a good time. The worst part about it, though, was the long van ride to get there from the airport.
Correct. Well, a good friend of mine.
And then you had to leave so early to make sure you got back out to the airport on time, that really cut out a lot of the time of the overnighter. But while we're there, get out and walking around and looking around. Yeah, it was a good time down there.
Well, I've told New York Dan to go to the Gingerbread House in New York. I've told him to go there. It's in Brooklyn. It's called the Gingerbread House. And my friend of mine took me there to have the talk when he was a cop. So it was the best thing when he was a cop. He had a certain thing he could park anywhere. So he would took me all over New York. And that's where we saw Jesse Ventura. I was a Navy SEAL. He was on my plane, and he was in first class, right? And I look, and I go, that's Jesse. And he was stretching out. So we leave the area. I'm this little kid, right? And I'm chasing him. I go, Governor, can I get a picture of my 50th birthday? I don't have time. And I go, you don't have time to bleed? He goes, what'd you say? And I go, I'm just saying, you don't have time to bleed. He got all pissy. So we get out there, and he's waiting for a limo. And I go, hey, Jesse, I'm wearing a Rolling Stone shirt, which you've seen it by thumbnail. I think you see it on my thing, and I'm wearing a Rolling Stone shirt, which my blind brother-in-law got for me, and it's just because he was a Rolling Stone security guy, right? Allegedly, right? So he sees that, he compliments on that, and then and I said, well, I share the same birthday with Fidel Castro. This is my 50th birthday today. So he goes, all right, fine, we'll have a picture. So, and I'm standing there, and behind me is the Delta sign. Some guys walk away. My wife, she goes, you get one picture, and that's it. So she took the picture, and it worked out. I have a smirk on my face, and he's got this weird look on his face. And so you remember when he did those conspiracy theory things about 10 years ago, maybe 15, maybe years ago? He did those conspiracy stuff in History Center, history channel.
No, I don't know.
Well, he did like UFO.
Much attention to him,
but he did the UFO stuff. So he was in town for that, and I said, hey, would you like me to go with me and my friend who's a cop, drop you up? I'm not getting no cop car with nobody. I go, okay, free ride to the place, I'm not you just for talking to me. And I go, okay, that's the way he went. So, but that's
was he the governor of Minnesota?
Yeah, he was the governor, but he was afraid to run a second term because he knew he was going to lose. That's why he knew he was.
So he was only a one term.
Yeah, because he knew he was going to lose because he realized it was a joke.
Yeah. Okay.
I was a Navy SEAL.
I do remember when he won that election. Everybody was shocked.
Well, what's his name? Humphreys thought it was a wasted vote, and then the Mr. Liar himself, the mayor of St. Paul. What the hell was his name? Either he was Catholic, or he was Jewish, or he was married, or he was divorced, whatever. When I used to caddy at Oak Ridge, they'd bring him out, and he would come out. Every time he came, they'd have a different side piece with him. Every single Coleman was his name, and he was the mayor of I think he was a senator too as well. Mayor of so Coleman was his name. So he was the senator. So he was kind of a dink. He took credit for the wild coming to St. Paul, where no, you didn't. He was another one that a flip flopper. He didn't like public money to build a rink, but it was time to build one for the wild. Guess what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's build the X, right? So we were at a hockey game, and he was there. My brother was a big time Republican, right? So they get him with his wife and him, and I get out of the picture the last second. I left the picture. I was not going to get a picture of this guy. We get home, and my brother looks at the picture. Where are you? And I go, I'm not going to be with that moron. He's a bold-faced little liar. So my brother had it on the wall in his house, right? So it was a picture of those two, and then he changed his mind with Bush about drilling or something. He changed his vote. So my brother was so mad he took it off the wall because he changed. Because he used to be a Democrat, and then he went to Republican to get votes. That's what he did. I know that a lot of the Jews over at Oak Ridge Country Club were a lot of them were Democrats and never never forgave him because he was a carpetbagger. He was the original carpetbagger. He went whichever way he wanted, just like Bill Hillary was the senator for New York, and she was a Democrat from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She was a carpetbagger. Yeah. She was they voted her in because who she was, because she wanted to be to be a senator, to be the president. That was her, So he was one of the original carpetbaggers. Because one minute he was a Democrat, then he became a Republican, and they never forgave him for that. St. Paul, they never forgave him for that. So.
Oh yeah, I can imagine they wouldn't let that one slide.
Oh, especially the Jewish people, because they're a very tight group, and we're over at Oak Ridge. They're all from St. Paul that made it big, and came over to Oak Ridge. All the guys, the women voted. The Jews were just pissed at him. They wanted nothing to do with him. If you mentioned his name, you would get stiffed and kicked off the golf course. So they did not like him at all. He brought up Coleman's name. You got your ass whipped by anybody. But I know Bob Barrows, his mother, day she died, just despised him because she loved him. But as soon as he became Republican, she was, I don't like an old carpetbagger. So when I think of Jacob, I think of him, and that's what he was. He was a carpetbagger. He changed, whichever way the wind blows.
Yep, a lot of them are like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, so we can get a vote, Just like with when what's his name ran for president and lost to Bush. What the hell is it? The VP to Bill Clinton, man. Yahoo, Gore. If he would have won Tennessee, guess what? 9/11 would have been under his watch. Because when he did capitulated to Bush, he said something, and he said, I have to go back to Tennessee and mend some fences. Because if he wins Tennessee, Bush could have Florida. So people don't realize that if he wins.
So Gore lost Tennessee in that election.
Yes, and he lost in an election. If he wins Tennessee,
lost his home state.
He lost home state. He said it when he said, "Okay, you can have it." Remember the hanging chads? Remember all that behavior going on?
Oh yeah.
He gets up there and says, "Guess what? Let's give it up to Ghost." And he said something. He goes, "I have to go back to Tennessee and mend some fences." He wins Tennessee. 9/11's under his watch. It changes the course of history. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if Bill Clinton, I was in Florida for the other hair care company we had in Florida, right? I was staying on the beach the day that lady came with the Cubans were trying to come in, and she drowned. I was watching that from my hotel. It was happening when the mom drowned, and then he gave in to Cuba and sent the kid back. And that pissed off people in Florida because a lot of Cuban immigrants were pissed the kid got sent back. So if he would have kept the kid in Florida, and then Bill Clinton didn't go out and politic for Gore, if he would have done that, he would have won it. But Florida turned on Gore, and probably because Clinton didn't realize you want him in office, you're going to have to let the kids stay and go out and politic. You go out and do it for him. You know what I'm saying? So you don't realize that history on that stuff. So if he would have,
that was a crazy election.
Yeah,
I do remember how that drug on and on and on. The hanging chads.
Yep, I was at the beach when I looked out there. There was a bunch of people out there. So the next morning, I read the article, but I saw a bunch of boats in front of my hotel. I'm like, what the hell's going on out there? And I go, I think it's some illegals. I didn't know the whole concept until I think a day later, because the mom drowned, and the kid, because if they get feet dry, they get to come to America. So you have to get to shore to have feet dry. If the Cubans can get on the shore, they're considered, they can safely come to America. So they have to be able to. My favorite one time, I'd say 20 years ago, there was 4 Cubans in a old Ford truck, and they made it into a boat with a motor. So they're driving the thing in the water with the boat with the motor in the back, and they're driving it in the ocean. It was a Chevy, the Chevy one. So they're driving it in the ocean with a motor in the back of it. So they sunk it. It's too bad they didn't pull it out of the water because it was epic. I remember seeing it. They're cruising along in the ocean in this pickup truck, and it's got a motor in the back of it, and they're cruising along just like a boat.
Didn't quite make it, huh?
No, almost. They almost made it, but they sunk it. It was too bad, but they had to bring it back. But if you make it to shore, Cubans do, and they get on the ground, it's called feet dry. Then you get free. But that whole thing, I know we're going to get off subject here, but I like my history. But I remember that if he would have simply let that kid stay in Florida, in America, instead of sending him back to Cuba, then Gore would have probably won Florida and been the 43rd president of the United States of America. Then 9/11 would have been under his call. So,
yeah, because 9/11 was just
correct.
Just a few months after, 7 or 8 months into W's term.
And the place that W stayed at the night before in Florida is now abandoned. He stayed at this really nice tennis place. It's beautiful. There's a guy who did a video on it. It's abandoned. It's like a tennis place, and he stayed there the night before. Now that's all abandoned because they had a bunch of condos and then people want to pay him. But it was a beautiful place he stayed at. So he was you can probably look it up where he stayed at and where he stayed the night before. But it was abandoned. So it's a beautiful place. We'll have to buy it, but it's been sitting forever. That's Florida. It's too damn hot. But I love that. People realize he wins Tennessee. You've got Gore, and then you'll see what happens then, So who knows? Win your state, you're in. But, some people just can't do it, right? It's like you win at your home. When we're at home playing football, win at home.
Yeah, how do you not win your home state? Didn't Mondale?
Yep.
Was he a Minnesota guy?
Yeah, he was Minnesota guy, Mondale.
He won Minnesota. Was that the only state he won?
The second time, yes, the second time they won, when they lost it, when Reagan kicked his ass, they won Minnesota and then Georgia. Other than that, that was the second time when they went and ran for the second term because Carter was a one-term president. Mm-hmm. But
wow.
Yeah, I always say that's why they're selected. Because you're not elected like a mayor or a senator. You are electoral. That's why you have to have every state have equal electorals. Because everyone should be equal. So every state means something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the way it should be. Instead of this one big state has another. So everyone has an equal number of electorals. So everyone means something. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't go to Alaska because they don't care about the three. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, if every state had the same number of electoral votes, I don't think the Democrats would ever win another presidency.
Well, that's the way she goes. But then again, just go by individual votes. Then we elect senators, we elect mayors. I totally agree. The electoral is a waste of time. I totally agree. Every vote counts. Then instead of why bother to go when you've already? That's why they need to have senators be just 4 years. So every 4 years you're going to elect a senator. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the way it should be. 2 4-year terms and you're done. 1 6-year term.
Absolutely, yeah.
1 6-year term for the president. Be done with it. In my mind, 1 6-year term and that's it. Get done with it because it's, I'm sick and tired of. I like Amy, but it's you've been there one too many times. See you later. She wants to run for the governor of Minnesota. It's like stepping down from a chef down to a prep cook. Makes no sense. Seriously, it's dumb, man. I don't get it. It's like beef stew. All of a sudden, he's a chef right at the local restaurant, and he steps down and becomes a prep cook. You know what I'm saying?
He hasn't posted a video on his beef stew channel lately, has he?
Which one? He's got a troll account.
His original channel.
I haven't seen it before. He's too busy trolling right now. Remember, he wasn't going to do it anymore. So he did do a live streaming. It popped up, but he's not the most. He's like oatmeal. He's not very. I'm not saying the it thing, but a friend of mine who Ted's always said you have the it to be a podcaster. He doesn't really have it, but whatever. I mean, I get he's going to do his on his phone, have at it. But he wanted to know how he could do what I do, and it's like, well, get a mixer, get yourself like the one I gave to Carl that I didn't need anymore, and then you go get your boom mic, and Carl's been doing that, so you can take phone calls if you want. So, he was on my show yesterday, dropping the F-bomb every other. Like, come on, man, can you just watch your language, man? Can you just watch your language? I know you don't care, but it is my podcast. I try not to swear. I mean, I know how to, but it's not, but let's not.
Oh, I can swear with the best of them. Let me tell you,
I can too. But when I've been on many a podcast on Blog Talk the old days. Even though they were swearing, I wouldn't swear because I just didn't do it. I don't need to think like any racial slur or anything else, and that's why a lot of real radio guys do podcasts. You know why? So they can swear. That's what they go on there for. I've heard Tom Bernard is on. He's no longer on KQ. FM this, F this, and Mark Rosen was on a show one day. I heard him on a podcast swearing and stuff. It's like I get it. I know how to, but let's act like you're educated when you're recording your voice. And I get it. I mean, some people just don't know how to have a conversation. It's just like 4-letter curse with Stephen A-hole. He's constantly screaming all the time. Just constantly screaming. Can't you just talk?
Yeah, you tune it out after a while.
Oh God, he just screams. They all do that stuff. They start shouting. They get voice activated. Is what's her name always said? Sweet Melissa. They and all of a sudden they piss him off. Just like with what's his name with us, Beef Stew. He gets voice activated, then he starts cussing, just talking over Carl. You know, it's like just let Carl speak. You know, I confess I can be like that, but I know I'm doing it, and I try to stop it. Where Beef Stew has never been on a real podcast. I'm not saying it's a great podcast, but he doesn't know how to shut his mouth. You know, because I was on Spreaker. It's coming out tomorrow. Some hater that did 4 shows on me back in 2019. I forgot about him, and all the podcasts now on Spreaker are all just professional. I'm like the only one on here that does what I do. That just everything is pre-recorded on radio station. They put them up. It's no longer like Blog Talk Radio shut down. That was the end of original podcasting, of people that did podcasts and just talk. Now it's all iHeartRadio has taken over Spreaker. So I'm the only one that really does what does it. I'm not saying I'm great, but all you see right now is YouTube people doing 4-hour streams like our girl bitching about Sarasota Tim.
God.
I mean that's a long time. I mean that's I could create 3 adult movies doing that, smashing gash movies with a couple lesbians, you know, and say let's have at it, you know, and put it. I mean, it's just like,
you know, even her 2.5 or 3 hour streams are just oh my God.
Well, evil Anus, I call him Evil Abe, Meathole Manor. He'll do 5.5 hour streams.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there'll be people like that. We'll do 5.5 hour streams, and they'll go on forever and ever. And that's what YouTube has kind of gone downhill because, I mean, I did my 9-minute yesterday, but it's all you see right now is people just live stream and they yell at each other. They'll do, especially at night from like about 11 to 3. There's just people streaming, just doing nothing, just like over on other places, like I don't know, playing video games over on I can't remember what that place is called, but they play video games. That's all they do. Rumble, Twitch and Rumble. So you know what happens if you're a woman, you sit there and you're scantily dressed, you play video games. Same thing on TikTok. Women will sit there and do these live streams. But here's the whole thing: why do a live stream if you can't keep it up? That's why my live stream we did yesterday, it's got over 100 people come in listening after the fact. They can watch me talk. You know, the same with this one right now. We're recording it. I put it up. People can listen to this thing for the next couple of days. But why do a live stream on TikTok and it's over? No one can listen to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like every day my videos are done, I delete them. You know what I'm saying? It's just no. It's like
so if you do a live stream on TikTok, when it ends,
it's over, and it just doesn't.
It's not archived anywhere or anything. It's just done.
You're just done. Same thing. It's
Oh yeah, that's.
What's the other channel? The other channel that people have been on before. They play video games. I think it was Twitch, but I think after 14 days they take it down. Yeah, Twitch.
Okay.
So if I was do a pod, which is good because it's kind of smart because they get rid of all the servers. It's like that's why YouTube needs to cancel all these old troll accounts that are long gone, or like let's say the followers. Let's say half my followers on this channel are long gone. These troll accounts, just get rid of people. So let's say Carpetbagger wants to get to like a certain number, or Wonder Hussy. Okay, I go create 10 video troll channels for her, and I give her a sub, right? And that's what people have done with people. You get rid of those things because it's taking up good suffering. It's taking up your server. That's what they need to do, is get rid of all these old troll channels that people sub people up. So let's say I have 10 different subs. I'm going to Beef Stew and I'm trolling him, and you know I'm saying stuff. He blocks me. I start another one. And that's what they need. They need to get rid of all these troll channels. I mean, if my subs go down, so be it. I don't care. That's
they should, because you can kind of tell if a guy's got 100,000 subscribers, but his videos get 1,800 views.
Yeah, because a lot of them
something's wrong with that.
A lot of them are old ones, and people accuse me of buying subs. I'm not buying any subs. I mean, it's just stupid. Yeah, I'm going to buy subs. Okie dokie, doesn't do me any good. Yeah,
I wouldn't even know how.
You can go online and look, and people will give you emails once in a while. You want to buy them, or you can go look, and you can go Google it. But what they do is, so let's say you put up. I mean, I have a server downstairs that I've been working with my uncle. We're doing something. I could take that server and probably make about 400 to 500 subs. Right? I could go on there and I give everyone a different IP, and I could sub up both my channels, and they could come in and listen. And be different IPs. So every time I'd upload, it'd be a different IP. I could create my own IP, which I'm not going to do. But that's what people do. Is it so that if you buy a bunch from me, 200, so I put them all up, but they're all one IP. So it clicks onto YouTube that, hey, guess what? This guy got 200 new subs, and they all have the same IP. Well, guess what's going to happen? You might lose your channel. Because you're buying.
I would believe that.
You're buying subs. That's what people do. I've seen it's like I don't have time to buy subs, but people keep me before. No, all my subs are from way back when. They'll come by, they'll see a short, they just give me a sub while they're going by. You know what I'm saying? Or a certain video I do, they like it, they sub me up, and that's fine. But I'll take my quality. I'm no longer getting 100 more because I'm old news, and people come in, they don't want to hear me bitch about something. That's their business. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But. Yeah, it's always interesting.
Well, I would like to get to 1,000. I really don't care about the monetization. I mean, all I do is post stupid little shorts anyway. Right. But it'd be kind of cool to get to 1,000.
One thing about it, because then it's monetized, but they'll push out the monetization for it. Then when you do that, then they push out you monetize when it's more. Because they're making money on you. You know what I'm saying? They'll push it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it seems like when a guy hits 1,000, then you from there you go up pretty quickly.
Yeah, because they want to say, hey, guess what? We want to make money in this video, so they'll push you out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. My first channel, the Adventure Channel, I was grandfathered in. I think after so many videos, they monetized you. So you just got monetized. And this channel I'm on now, I started for my audios, and slowly after 5 years, I got monetized. As I got into Sarasota Tim behavior, I got monetized. So I worked my way up, and a lot of those old subs are from 5 years ago, a long time ago, that are long gone. Paul Dembski, who hated me, he's dead. 4 of those subs are him and his troll accounts. You know what I'm saying? And he's dead. The man's dead. Okay, and Papa Grizz probably put a couple on there too as well to come in and troll me. He's dead. So, those are the ones you got to get rid of. And they need these old troll accounts that people have abandoned. So if I'm YouTube, I would let's say you had a channel and maybe you've stopped uploading or you've died. I would take your channel, I'd call it the best of YouTube, and I would take 2 or 3 of your best videos, and I'd pimp them up on a channel, and then get rid of your channel. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Any of these old channels. One of the guy, he's something redneck guy. So when he was fighting with Papa Grizz, he's been dead for 4 years. And I saw his channel the other day. I was looking for something that came up. He's been dead for 4 years. I don't know what happened.
I think if the guy has died, but his channel is still getting a lot of views, I would have no problem with him leaving the channel up.
Right. Well, there's
a guy on YouTube that did RV repair and maintenance videos, and really good stuff. And he had traveled for years, him and his wife, and had a lot of good videos on there. And I still reference back to his channel.
Right.
And he died of liver cancer a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But I still go back to his channel to look at stuff occasionally. So I would hate to see a channel like that get taken down.
Oh no, I understand.
And who knows? His wife may still be.
It's just some of the
income from his channel.
Some of the small ones that just don't do anything. Those ones you want to get rid of because it gets rid of their stuff. It's just like
those you could get rid of. But I think if the channel's still getting views, they should leave it up.
Well, like Daily Woo will be up for years. People are watching all the stuff now, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. It's just like with a guy I pimped over. I crawled over his dead body. He died in Tennessee. He was a hobo shoestring. He passed away, fell into a pond. I did a remembrance of it. Even I didn't watch the stuff. I didn't care, but I claimed I liked him, and I got like 4,000 views on it. I walked on the railroad tracks. I had taps playing, and I talked about how great he was. I did like a remembrance thing of him on a railroad track, and people were, "Oh, this is such a great video." Do you think I really care about this guy? I'm just here to get subs. Okay, I don't care. Just like the Bear Exposure passed away. Remember, standing in the over at the. So how much more do you want? How much more?
That was nice of you to go speak at his funeral, though, and go out there and meet the family and everything.
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, that was a good deal.
Oh yeah, you had to go
Really
there.
helped him out, I bet.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, go there and make sure. I got about 10 more minutes. She's hungry today, so she wants to go to Chinese. It's be a short show, but anyways. But I walked down the railroad tracks, and there's the lake over there, and I walked over Minneapolis, this bridge over 94, which I love to go to. It's got all kinds of graffiti. So I wrote I got something from work, and I wrote on there, "Hobo Shoestring, rest in peace," and I put it, and I videotaped it, and people were like, "You just call him a dead body or whatever," and like, I never knew the guy. It just happened to come through one day that he was missing. So I did some research on the guy. So he had I think his mom was in Alabama or Florida. His dad was in Canada, so he would get arrested like once a year for riding the rails. He'd go see his mom and he'd get arrested. So he was always jumping. Hobo. It was pretty good. It's a pretty good channel. He was a hobo. So cause we used to have hobos outside our house all the time when my dad was the railroad, and they'd stop. We'd run out and give them food. They'd stop. We'd run and give them food. And my dad one time was in a caboose one time, and he's in there. No, he's in a boxcar taking a piss, right, on some hay, and somebody goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" Because he didn't know he was in there, but he was taking a pee, and there was a hobo in there. So my dad always.
Hey, do you mind if I get out of here? My daughter's calling me.
Absolutely, I'll talk to you later.
What's going on?
I better you to kick yourself and kick you up. Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
You bet. Have
Great
a good
conversation. I appreciate it.
All right.
There you go,
Thanks
Scooter. I do it to go anyway, so I appreciate Scoot coming on. It's always good to have him come on. He's a good good guy.
All right. Take care, guys.
Yep. There he goes. I'll hang up on him. I'll hang up on you. I'll hang up on this young ass. There we go. He's hung up now. There he goes. Anyways, you guys, a little short show, but Sue Ellen wants her Chinese. Sooner I get home, the better, and go to sleep. But I appreciate everybody that's coming. Random thoughts, whatever, dinger. Oh, cold weather, whatever it may be. Let's, Eyes of Glory. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your favorite audio version on that video platform. Fear-mongering radio. That's the way she goes, man. We got to get out of here. Sue Ellen wants her Chinese. We're going to go take care of some Chinese. Remember the military and the Armed Force, all the branches. The Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Coast Guard. All you guys do out there, men, women, blue, like a cop, call a crackhead. And would you shower in the shower at Penn State? No. Burn those captures to the ground. They have, obviously, the rat line, blue laws, the rise of the brown shirts as the rich are here in the great state of Minnesota. Stay warm. Alrighty? But yeah, you don't like two men having consensual sex. You can't watch two women. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Put a condom on for AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea in the penis. Ouch. That prevent that kind of behavior. You don't get pregnant. That's why I get the fop that runs off, right? But like I said, two men grunting, can't watch two women. Can't do it. Don't drink and drive. Call some Mercer with the phone. Too much to drink, okay? That's all we always say, right? Not that tough, okay? Just call some Mercer. Call Scooter. Call Santa Claus. A little short show. Hope you enjoy the one tomorrow. My hater. Thank you, Scooter, for coming on. We're up here in cold. We'll send you some cold weather down there. Fear-mongering radio. Have a great weekend. Boat show tomorrow for me. Shout out to my girlfriend out there. Love you so, baby girl. He's still pimping. Yes, he is. LINESCREW1, still pimping. The Adam the Woo. Peace, Middle East. Blind views, you're a fake blind guy. From the outskirts, ladies and gentlemen, this audio version, we are